This video is brought to you by SoccerPro.com, bringing you all the latest soccer gear at everyday low prices with no membership fees. Don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for 10% off any order of $75 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the brand new CR7 edition of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9, set to ship out for April 1st. So I'm going to give you guys a quick look at the label here, and the one thing I want you to note is the suggested retail price. That's $230 US as opposed to the usual $225. That's because there is a $5 premium on the CR7 colorway, so just keep that in mind. Also, if you guys could take a second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Like you get with all the top-end models, a string bag is included. This one is pretty special because it matches the shoes really nicely. On the front, you're going to have that safari print Nike swoosh with the stripes that match the details on the shoe itself. Predominantly white string bag with the white strings as well. And then on the back of the bag in navy, you're going to find the Mercurial logo as well as the CR7 heart logo, which is really cool. One of the nicer string bags I've seen from Nike so far. Again, just keep in mind that it only comes with the top-end models. So I'll get the shoes out of the box and get this box out of the way. And one thing that I always like about the CR7 colorways is that they tend to be pretty controversial. You either love it or you hate it. And most of the time I tend to like it, and I'm actually a really big fan of this colorway, but I'd like to hear your opinion as well. Leave a comment down below. Do you like this colorway? Do you hate this colorway? And before you make your comment, let me show you some of the details on here, because in person this thing looks absolutely fantastic. As far as the colors on the shoe itself, it features completely unique graphics to the CR7 colorway. It's unlike any of the other graphics you're going to find on the standard colorways of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9. So basically the bottom half of the shoe is all white, as you guys can see, apart from the two heel studs that are in that Volt color. And then the top half of the shoe is that total crimson orange color along with the laces as well. And total crimson is basically a very, very bright orange. Looks really great in person. And then going around the middle here, kind of dividing the two colors, you have these rings of Volt and navy. But what's cool is that if you look at the navy here, hopefully it'll show up on camera, there's actually silver sparkles in the paint itself, and I've never seen that on a soccer shoe. It really does look good and just adds an extra element of detail to the upper itself, and just looks absolutely fantastic in the light. I'm really, really happy with the overall colorway here. So you can see you have this Volts kind of ring going all the way around, you have your navy ring going all the way around, and it's just really, really cool. You have little fades here around the Nike swoosh that I think kind of make it look like the Nike swoosh is kind of moving on the shoe. And when you try and take a picture of it, it won't let the camera focus, which is kind of cool as well. So it is very visible when you are going to be playing out there on the field. As far as the Nike swoosh itself goes, you see the return of safari print on the CR7 colorway. It is a Volt swoosh with the safari print there on the inside in that total crimson orange color, outlined in a navy blue. Again, looks really, really sharp in person. I'm a big fan of the safari print, and I'm glad that they brought it back to the CR7 colorway. You can see you have a little Mercurial logo here on the back outside of the heel. On the very back of the heel, you're going to find a number 7, which is obviously Cristiano Ronaldo's number. And there is, of course, his heart logo right there. That's the official CR7 logo, if you will. As far as the shoe itself goes, this is pretty much the identical clone to the faux leather finish version of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 that we currently have in the metallic platinum colorway, for those of you guys that are familiar with that. It feels very, very similar to be honest, it feels a little bit softer in my opinion. I'm going to test them out and let you guys know how it does feel and how it does compare to the other versions of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9. But just know that none of the versions of the CR7 colorway will feature the speed control golf ball like dimpling on the upper. All of them will have this smooth faux leather finish, as you guys can see. The upper itself is still Tasian synthetic all the way through, very, very thin, very flexible, and like I said, just feels very soft on this particular colorway. And of course you do have the ACC all conditions control on the shoe as well, which acts as somewhat of a wet control element when you are playing in wet conditions. As far as the insole goes, I'll pull that out for you really quickly. You can see it is that total crimson color with the perforations going through there, and then you do have this special little heel tab. It says Cristiano Ronaldo, you have your Nike logo, and then of course it has the number 5. And that's because this is the 5th signature colorway for CR7. So pretty cool that it has that little bit of extra branding on there. The insole itself is exactly the same as the rest of the MV9s. EVA foam with the perforations through there. Not the best insole, but it definitely does the job for a lightweight, minimalistic soccer shoe. As far as the sole itself goes, you can see that it is dual layer glass fiber all the way through. Unlike the metallic platinum colorway that has only one single layer here in the forefoot, this is dual layer glass fiber all the way through. As you guys can see, it is that darker shade of glass fiber. Of course, the plate over top is in white, which is the first time we're seeing this, I believe. Actually, the photo blue color actually has that as well, but it really does look sharp in person. It has that matte finish just like the other colorways that have the black plates. The studs themselves are clear in the forefoot, volt studs there in the back, and the stud pattern itself is pretty self-explanatory. If you do want to see my full review on the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9, I will have links down below in the description. Overall, for a firm ground stud pattern, really does perform well. One of the best multi-directional stud patterns currently out there on the market if you are going to be playing on firm ground. And then of course you do have your one total crimson swoosh here in the forefoot area. Just give you guys a quick close-up, and then we'll move on to a quick weigh-in so you can get a better idea as to how much these shoes actually weigh, because they are very, very lightweight. One of the main attractions of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 is the lightweight construction. And as far as the weight of the CR7 version in comparison to the other versions of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9, the overall construction is honestly not all that different, so the weight is pretty much the same. So I'm going to throw this pair for you on the scale. It's a size 9 US, brand new out of the box, and we're going to see exactly what it weighs. And you can see that it weighs in at 6.7 ounces. So pretty much exactly the same as the other versions of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9, whether it be faux leather or speed control dimpled. So just keep that in mind. It is a very, very lightweight shoe and will provide a lightweight feel. That's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of this video goes. And I'll move on to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit. Alright, here's a look at the CR7 MV9s on feet, and I have to say, the MV9 is honestly the best fitting thin synthetic soccer shoe currently out there on the market. You can see how nicely it wraps your foot. There's almost no extra space on the inside of the shoe, and it truly does feel like a second skin. The Tasian synthetic upper does feature the faux leather finish on this particular colorway, which is a little bit thinner and a little bit more flexible in my opinion in comparison to the speed control golf ball like dimpled version. I actually have a comparison video between those two synthetic variations if you want to check that out. I'll leave an annotation on screen. But as far as break-in time goes, it's pretty minimal with the MV9 in my opinion. It's relatively flexible from right out of the box, but give it a couple hours and it will be a little bit more comfortable. As far as the fit of the shoe goes, it definitely has a tighter fit overall and a more narrow cut in general. So if you do have wider feet, it's not something that's going to fit you all that nicely because it is pretty slim all the way through the midfoot, forefoot, and toe box area. So if you have a regular width foot to a narrow width foot, you shouldn't have any issues at all fitting into the MV9. But if you do have wider feet, I would stay away from the Mercurial series altogether, unfortunately. As far as sizing goes, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit in the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size for the best possible fit. Well, that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video goes, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing plus on-feet video of the CR7 MV9. Really happy with the shoe overall. I think the colors look great, and it does feel really good on feet. It does feel a little bit different as far as the upper goes in comparison to the other versions of the MV9, so I will be doing a completely new performance review for this exact pair to give you a better idea as to how it actually does perform, fit, and feel. So if you do want to check that out, I will have that up hopefully in the next couple of weeks on my website, soccerreviewsforyou.com. But in the meantime, if you do want to check out that review page, you can find it linked down below in the description, and you will find the high quality images of this exact pair here to give you a better idea as to what it actually does look like in person, as well as buy it now links as soon as the shoe is available, along with exclusive SR4U coupon codes to get you some additional discounts if you are interested in ordering a pair for yourself. If you have any questions regarding this shoe, feel free to leave your comment down below, and if you guys could leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. If you did enjoy today's video and you're not subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. Any questions you guys have not related to the video, go ahead and ask that on the SR4U Facebook fan page. Again, you can find that link down below in the description. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram account is VujoJosh. Just like this channel name, you can go ahead and look me up, or again, the link can be found down below in the description. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.